Hello and welcome to Unqualified Experts. That's Xia. I'm Nick. The show where two people try to help the internet the best way they can. Starting off today. Okay. People say they don't like my female voice, but guess what? It's gonna keep happening.
It's back.
And it's not gonna stop.
Nikki's female voice is back.
Yeah.
Nikki lady voice.
Hey. Does this annoy you?
The answer is yes.
I hope so.
It's going to be a resounding yes, everyone in the chat.
It's breaking my immersion. Immersion to what?
Did someone say that?
Yeah, like this ain't a video game. I'm not fucking doing actual voice acting.
I didn't see that comment.
It's not World of Warcraft. It doesn't even have voice acting World of Warcraft.
I was going to say most of the comments are actually like funny about it and like quite nice. I did not see that one.
Whatever. Okay. Hey, so I'd like to preface this by saying I've always gotten a sort of off vibe from my teacher. This also happened a few months ago, but it's been rattling around my brain since then. Also, for context, I dress very well and put together, especially in sort of an e-girl alt-style way.
Oh, that was my peeps.
Nothing racy. What is this? What is this? For the people who aren't watching, she just put her leg on my knee like she's trying to be sexy, and it's not happening. Oh, this is just horrible. Oh, you look ridiculous.
I wasn't trying to be sexy, but...
I hate it.
Oh, let's do it some more then.
No, I despise it.
Okay.
Nothing racy, but not extremely modest. I think fine fishnets with long socks over the 3 to 5 inch above the knee skirts.
3 to 5 inches above the knee. There. High socks. Okay.
Great.
Yeah.
I don't care. On a Friday,
I'm just trying to get
came
the
into class late. He's my first class and sat down. That's your first prom. You shouldn't be late. After a bit of working on our assignment, he called me to his desk. I went up and he said, low enough so no one else can hear, I appreciate you dressing nicely every day this week.
I like that as a man, you also still did the man voice, like the typical, the typical, like how I would do a dude voice, except you yourself are a man.
I appreciate you dressing nicely every day this week. I said thank you, then sat down. Nothing else happened during class, and I don't remember anything happening since. Am I overreacting by thinking that this was kind of creepy? Or at the very least crossing a line? I'm getting missed messages from those in life. I can overreact on some things, and I'm worried that this may be one of those times.
No. You're not overreacting. That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. I appreciate you dressing nicely every day this week. Yeah, you're right. That'd be...
It's super fucking weird,
Especially
dude.
nowadays, I feel like fired.
Yeah, like
fired.
you can't say it's because that's not even coming from a like you look nice, which in itself can be weird, but not necessarily. I guess it came from I appreciate you dressing nice. That means like, oh, you're dressing for me. I like it.
Hey, this little
Fucking
slut comes to my
weird.
class and I'm like, hey, slut, looking fine today. You know, the only reason I get up in the morning is to see your slut clothes in class. I wonder if you...
Slut clothes in class.
Yeah, I wake up every day
good
miserable
alliteration.
with my fat wife, but I have this e-thought 16-year-old in my class.
God.
First period. Really gets my dick hard.
Oh, that's so creepy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
It's weird.
he wants to bang you. He likes the way you look. He went a little far, even though it's in the extreme nature of like, you know,
What could happen? Yeah.
It's nothing. But as
True.
being a school teacher and she's 16, yeah, it's a big deal. You can't do that.
It was inappropriate and he crossed the line. But it's weird that he hasn't done anything in the month since. Because usually that's the start of like a grooming situation.
Yes and no. But he was one of those dudes who, like, that day, you know, he was all hyped up and horned up and was like, ugh, there she is again wearing that skirt. Ugh. And he said something. And after he said something, he's like, oh no, why did I do that? It's not worth it. And then he jerked off in the bathroom. And then he moved on in his day and then felt regret.
He cleared his mind. He started jerking off every morning so that he wouldn't say something stupid like that again.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like you could probably get him in trouble or fired. Should you? I don't know. If he keeps doing shit and you feel comfortable, yeah, I guess. If nothing ever happens, then you just let it be.
Yeah, I think if nothing ever happens, move on with it and just,
Listen, even if I was me right now and I saw a 16-year-old that for some reason I knew, I don't know why I would know her, but I know her. And then one day I was like, I like the way you dress, sir. It looks nice or whatever the fuck. you know, she'd probably be like, yo, what the fuck, dude? You know, and if I told that to other people, they'd be like, why did you say that to that girl? That's weird, Nick. Why would you do that?
Nick, that's creepy.
I was horned up.
Also, why do you know 16-year-olds?
I don't know, man. Those 16-year-old ethos really get my blood boiling.
By the way, for people who are just listening and not watching, but for the people on YouTube, you can obviously see, I don't read these beforehand, so I did not realize that when I decided to myself dress like an ethot today. I'm bringing the choker back. I went to Hot Topic. I got this skirt and this choker at Hot Topic. I was having a real moment.
Z, I just want to let you know you really dress nicely, and I appreciate you coming to class like that. Oh my God, don't tell anyone, I'll be fired.
This is going to be our fantasy later.
My wife's really fat and really ugly, please. I have nothing else to live for. It's just you and your short skirts and your chokers, please.
It's just you and your 3 inches of knee.
I dream about that knee every night.
Or 3 inches of thigh above the knee, excuse me.
Yeah. I mean, so, you know, it's pretty straightforward. Weird. It's not good. It's not a good look on Teach's you know, his thing. But yeah, if nothing comes of it, you move on. You hope for the best. And I don't know, if he hits on you again, you know, he's pretty much done. He's fired.
Yeah, if he does anything again, I'd say something. That's it.
Moving on. Okay. My roommate moved in with me after she lost her job about a year ago. We started sleeping together 3 months after she moved in.
Is this a guy? Or is this 2 ladies?
No,
lesbian!
Excuse me.
Lesbian alert.
I messed up. My roommate moved in with me after she lost her job about a year
Sorry,
ago.
everyone.
We started sleeping together 3 months after she moved in. Ugh. Did you scissor? Never mind. Back to class. Sorry. We are almost in a relationship as we do everything together. She told me that she loves me, but she's hesitant to define our relationship. We are a couple in everything but name. Oh, God. She is visiting her mom. She had texted me that she missed me and she couldn't wait to get back. I texted back, I miss you too, love. She was on a drive with her mom. She had her phone connected to her car, and her mom accidentally had the text read out loud while trying to change the music. How'd she do that?
Old people
she then called me up after, and she was furious. She blamed me for it and said she sounded so angry. She said her mom was acting weird and said it was all my fault. She said she's going to get kicked out from her family because of me. I feel numb. I really, really love this girl. She's amazing, but I feel like she wants us to be in this limbo where she can spend time with me and then go back to dating and marry a man. She doesn't even want to be my girlfriend. I feel so guilty for what I did. I just want to talk to her, but she's not picking up my call and giving me the silent treatment. She has never done anything like this before, and I just feel so fucking lost of what I have to do here.
You need to move on. This girl, you need to move on. First of all, it's not your fault that the mom's pissed at you. She fucking texted you the thing first. I guess it's her fault for having the phone connected or whatever. She shouldn't be mad at you for that. That's so fucking stupid. The fact that she is mad at you right there says everything you need to know about that you're probably never going to have a relationship with her because she refuses to acknowledge that she's either gay or bisexual, whichever it is, and she doesn't want to have you be part of her family and her family to know about you. So yeah, you need to move the fuck on. This isn't going to be anything.
It's such a simple thing of like, yo, like it's just, you could just play that off as like, you know, so you're in the car, you're driving, she responds to text, it reads over the thing, I missed you too, love. And, you know,
which, by the way, I say to my female friends all the time.
That's what I'm getting at.
Super normal.
So, you know, the mom was like, oh, well, honey, what is this? And you're like, I don't know. It's like, oh, it's just my roommate. She you know, we care about each other. It's just a normal term we use.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean we're fucking scissoring and taking a double-sided dildo in the ass together every night.
Ass to ass.
Even though that is what's going on, but still,
They
like, that's an easy thing to play off. Yeah, this girl sucks, and fuck her mom as well. And also, you with your low self-esteem, oh my God, fuck you. You know, like, she sucks. You suck for letting it get to you. I understand it hurts, but at the same time trying to be like, oh, she's gonna go marry a man and doesn't want to be with me. It's like, well, yeah, she's a piece of shit. She sucks. She don't want to act like she's gay around her mom or bi. It's a big fucking to-do. So no matter what, it's always gonna be a fucking thing. Mm-hmm. This girl isn't gonna defend you ever. She's gonna be all about her mom, be like, no, I like cock.
Yeah, it's fine if she goes home and she sucks a bunch of dicks, but the second she eats a poon.
Yeah, so I would move on and not worry about it. It sucks that's your roommate because now you got to find another place to stay or throw her out depending on, whose place it is. Yeah. But yeah, she sucks. Her mom sucks and you suck for low self-esteem. Everyone sucks.
Everyone sucks, but no one sucks because there are no cocks involved in this story.
Yeah, except for the mom who's like, cocks, that's all you can do. Poon bad. Yeah. Dick's good, poon bad.
No poon for you.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, that's silly.
It's fucking 2022.
It's fucking silly.
My mom heard the text over text to speak. I'm like, oh, Mom, fuck off. Stay out of my business. Moving on. We have been dating for 1.5 years. We had a pregnancy scare last week.
Uh-oh.
Boyfriend and girlfriend. She is not pregnant. We were relieved, but also slightly disappointed. We were talking about the topics of children, and the subject of gender came up. I don't care about gender.
Uh-oh.
I don't care about color or race. No, she didn't say. She said she only wanted boys and didn't want girls. Oh, this bitch is crazy.
Uh-oh.
I understand having a preference, but this sounds really extreme. So I asked what she would do if the baby turned out to be a girl. She said she would get an abortion. Woo!
Whoa, dude.
We ended the conversation as I really didn't know what to say to that. The dude's like, oh no, I'm with a fucking psychopath. I have been thinking about it and I'm really worried. Am I worried if she will be a good parent to any child? Frankly, I just don't understand it. She has a terrible relationship with her mother, and I think some of her reluctance may stem from that. I just don't know how to deal with this and talk about it. She hates talking about her mother, and I think this will be a very hard topic to discuss. I need some advice on how to handle this sensitively. Fuck her. I mean, I'm always about dropping people left and right. That's my go-to. But she sounds like a fucking nut.
That's insane. And if this is... She needs to work through some shit with her mom. Clearly.
Hey, that's not going to fix anything. Even if you're... Listen, my mom hates me. My dad hates me. For some reason, if I wanted a child, I wouldn't be like, oh, well, one's a girl, one's a boy. Oh, if it's a girl, abortion. Like, it would be fucking crazy no matter
insane.
What.
That's fucking insane.
You're with a psycho, dude. Like, it's not gonna be good either way. Even if you have a boy and you just get lucky and she's like, oh, good, a boy, I'll actually love this one. It's still not gonna be normal. It's still not gonna be good.
No, that's too fucking weird. I also understand preferences. I always figured if I ever had a kid, I would prefer a boy just because I feel like they'd be easier. Maybe I'm wrong. But if I was pregnant with a girl, I wouldn't be like, abort it. Like, I love my daughter. That's fucking weird, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be saying it either way. Oh, okay, where's the vacuum? Let's go to Six Flags. Hey, stand in front of these steps. But it's not about me. It's about what's going on here. Yeah. It's weird, man.
Yeah,
it's a woman being like, if it's a girl, abort it. Like it's fucking China or something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That is a very true
I would do the voice now and act it out, but I can't do that anymore. Even if it's in fun, good taste, it would just be cancelable, which sucks.
And then no more podcasts for us.
Yeah, I would do the eyes, the voice. It'd be great.
I remember kids doing. I remember Asian
everyone did it.
Doing the eyes.
Not saying it's right or wrong. It's just everyone did it. Just like everyone using the F word and not fuck.
Yeah, that was used thrown around pretty regularly too. Yeah, I don't think you want to have kids with this woman is basically what I'm saying.
No, she sounds like a psycho.
Do it. That's weird. It's fucking weird.
Moving on. I, a 26-year-old female, told my boyfriend, a 28-year-old male, that I was not a virgin because we are both into BDSM kinks and DS. What's DS?
I don't know.
I don't know what DS is. I'm not down with the kids. What's DS?
Hold on. So she said because we're both into BDSM and DS, I told him I wasn't a virgin?
Yeah.
I'm confused by this situation. Yeah.
And I didn't want to seem inexperienced. Now that we've had sex, should I tell him? I feel like it's a big deal for a lot of people and I don't want it to be. Like, this chick is making problems when it doesn't need to be.
I'm so confused. So she just wants to tell him that she was a virgin when she had sex with him. And she lied and said she wasn't. Now she's wondering if she should tell him.
She's like, the dude's like, yo, I really like BDSM. And she's like, oh yeah, I love it too. It's the best. And she's in her head, she's like, man, I never had sex or did any of that shit.
Yeah, that's a lot to jump into for your first time. Holy shit.
With me, daddy, with me. Am I doing it right?
So is that why he didn't realize that she was bleeding? Because he was like, I'm fucking her so hard that like I'm confused. Like, I guess that's not true. You don't always bleed when you lose your virginity. I didn't. I'm convinced that my cherry was popped on a horse because I used to ride horses a lot when I was a kid.
Mr. Hands?
No, not Mr. Hands.
Oh, dude, you're nasty.
No.
If any single ladies out there, hit me up at Nick something email whatever.
No, apparently that's really common that when you're riding horse when you're riding fast, you're bouncing up and down.
I don't remember asking.
Apparently that could shut up, Nick. No one cares.
I know. That's why I'm
talking to you, dummy. Apparently that's very common, so it's not necessarily not necessarily bleeding. So I don't know.
It seems like you hit your head. Yeah, this lady's making a problem when there's not a problem.
Just tell him.
I mean, you could tell him, but you don't have to either. Like either way, it's silly.
Yeah.
It'd be weird if you're like, hey, so you remember when I said I love BDSM and all that? Well, actually, I kind of just said that. I never had sex before until it was with you. So like, hey, I can't see him being like, oh, you dumb bitch, how could you lie to me? Ugh, and storm out.
No.
Unless he's looking for an out in the relationship, then he will say that and then leave. But for the most part, he'll probably be like, all right, I don't care. I mean,
yeah, if he's a reasonable guy, he'll be like, all right, well.
I would just be like, yo, why are you fucking lying to me? Like, I hate that shit. Like, don't fucking lie. Like, I hate lying. Just don't. It's so stupid. If you're lying about something as simple as this, then it's like, what else are you fucking lying about? Just because you don't want to.
That could be something that's like being self-conscious about it.
Oh, stop. Shut up. Self-confidence. Enough with the low self-esteem, self-confidence shit. If people can't take you for who you are and what you are, fuck them.
Not self-confidence, self-conscious.
It's the same thing.
Not really.
I'm self-conscious about being a virgin. I don't want to say anything. Oh, shut up. Just take a dick. Relax.
Nick's on one today.
I'm on a dick? Where? It's a party now.
Is there something you need to tell me? Something I didn't know about before?
Moving on. Today, I don't know if this is a guy or a girl, so I can't differentiate her here. Today I found out my ex was having sex with other girls. Well, we were in a break.
You're just going to go in and out of the girl voice because you don't know?
I don't know. We broke up in good conditions. We were both super busy and barely had time for each other. We decided to have a break because we were getting stressed. And like I said, we barely talk. I think the whole break thing is nonsense, by the way. I think a break means, hey, I want to bang other people and I want it to be legit. And if it doesn't work out with them, I can always just go back to you for the time being.
That's exactly what a break is. Yep.
Blah, blah, blah. We had a huge argument today where he told me to move on as if it was that easy. It is for him. Then he told me he was interested in another girl, of course, and had been sleeping around. Great. He gives me mixed emotions now. Of course, shit. I don't know if he loves me or generally he doesn't care about me and wants to hurt me. I have never felt this feeling. I've been crying for hours. I just can't stop thinking about him being with another girl while I was patiently waiting for him. Oh, God. We're taking a break. I'm just going to sit here and wait for you. He'll be back. He's the one and only. Crazy. Blah, blah, blah. I love him so much, and I honestly didn't see myself with someone else other than him. Ugh. Now we are talking. It's weird. It's like he loves me, but doesn't want to say it because he don't. Or he loves me, but he isn't. But he's interested in another girl. At this point, I don't know what to think or what to do. Any advice? You're a dumb bitch.
If you're questioning it and you don't know whether he loves you or he hates you and he's trying to hurt you, he doesn't fucking love you.
But I love him.
You shouldn't have to. Too bad.
And I'm patiently waiting for him.
No, move on. Go get yourself some strange dick. Go jump on a strange dick.
I mean, that's not gonna change anything either.
No, but it'll feel good.
Listen, he's doing what he wants, right? Which is fine. And he's going out. He has you because you got low self-esteem. You're always gonna be there. And when he's lonely and needs somebody, he's got you. When he doesn't want you, he's got other girls. But if they're busy, yeah, he'll call you. That's just how it goes. The fact that you're like, oh, he's the love of my life, and I'm going to wait for it. It's like, shut up. I don't understand these girls who are like, he treats me like garbage. He beats me. He does this. He does that. And I love him. It's like, no, you really shouldn't. He doesn't love you. He treats you like garbage. Yet, I'm going to wait here patiently for him. Why? For what reason? So he could go cheat and do whatever, but I'm going to stay here and wait because it will work it out. No, you won't. I mean, he might just stay with you, and then knowing that you ain't going nowhere, you might pay the bills. He'll go out when he wants, meet other chicks, but it's never going to change. It's never going to be that 100% relationship where he loves you back. It's never happening.
Yeah, you're gonna have to move on. And look, this is the you never feel like this. You're crying, you feel like shit. You're gonna feel like shit, but that's gonna go away. There is never, ever gonna be a point.
But we've been through so much together. What am I gonna do?
It doesn't matter. You're gonna feel like shit, but that's gonna go away. You just have to realize, oh, I'm gonna feel like shit now. Eventually that's gonna go away, and you're gonna meet someone that's gonna treat you the way you should be treated, and you're gonna be like, oh, this is how I'm supposed to be treated.
I feel like shit's just stupid.
That too.
Stupid broad. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, you gotta move on. I
never get people, guy or girl, who's being treated like garbage and is like, I'm just gonna stay here because this is good. It's the love of my life. And it's like, but it's not, the other person doesn't feel the same way. How do you not see that? To me, it's mind-boggling, yet on Reddit, on the internet, from just talking to regular people, it just seems to be happening over and over again. You're just watching from the outside going, what are you doing? Why?
Low self-esteem, usually.
Just wasting time. But there's so many fucking people in the world.
I know. You could find someone else at any point.
Any point.
Yeah.
It hurts. Okay, fine.
Yeah, it's gonna
Get
hurt.
over it. That means you at least have emotion and feelings, which is a good thing. Some people have none. Mostly the people that you're with who are treating you like shit. They don't have those feelings.
Not for you.
Yeah, especially not for you.
Yeah, you gotta get over it. You gotta move on. You're gonna feel like shit for a while. Who cares? Also, the other thing that you have to do, you have to cut off contact. You can't do this bullshit where we still talk.
We talk.
No,
he's there for me.
None of that.
No, he's there to
block his number.
Get you. Yeah. Oh, the old in and out
Of
when he wants it.
Yeah, you block his number. You block him on social media. Do not fucking if he texts you, don't text him back. Fucking delete it immediately. This whole thing of like, well, I can still talk. No, you can't. You can't still talk to him. You got to just get through the shitty feelings on your own and then move on.
Yeah. Ugh. Speaking of moving on, we're moving on.
Moving on.
Ooh. Sorry if you've seen this previous post. This bitch has been posting a lot.
Oh, shit.
I was with my husband for 9 years.
Okay.
He has a cocaine addiction.
Oh, Jesus.
It went for only 2 years. I don't know. Maybe more. You don't know that. I had to kick him out to effectively save his life, and it saved my sanity. Good for you.
Yeah.
5 weeks have passed. You shall not pass. 5 weeks have passed. He is clean, and he believes he's strong. And he had a revelation, and only wants to improve his life, not destroy it further. He says he's been beaten. Oh, he's beaten his addiction, and will continue to beat it every day. He don't know that. I'm glad he feels that way, but he don't know that. I'm so close to allowing him to come back home, but perhaps I would be an utter loony. Well, that's a bad word. An utter loony to be so convinced, but I do think he's done very well. Please help before my gullible self makes a choice. I mean, if you're already saying gullible choice, there's a no-win situation here. He might actually get his shit together. He might be clean now. He might be working.
And
he might be good.
if you've been married for 9 years, I understand that being wanting to give that person a chance.
That's rough because usually, if you're just looking by stats, drugs usually win. Usually, they got you.
Yeah.
There's a few people who can get past it, and good to them that they can do that. Most people can't, and that's unfortunate. I mean, look at the streets of fucking New York City right now. It's just everyone's shooting heroin like it's going out of business.
We
Crazy.
actually did, the first time I went into the city to do a show at Compound, actually, we got out of the car and there was someone smoking crack right on the
Just right there. Not giving a fuck because it's cool you just do that now.
I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, welcome to New York. Addiction is a really, really powerful thing. And good on him. First of all, good on you for kicking him out.
Yes, you actually had the strength to do that and not go, but he's the love of my life.
Yeah, no, that was really smart and a really good thing to do. This is the only advice that I can give you here is you're the only one that can make this decision. But when you do make this decision, I think you need to either make it one way or the other and stick with it. So if you're not going to let him come back, you're going to have to stick with it. If you do let him come back, I really, really think this is like a one and done chance.
Has to be. Always was. I was going to say one and done. That's it.
You can't be like, well, you can't. If he fucks up again, then it's like, all right, you're on your own.
Yeah. As soon as he comes back in, you go, this is it. You fuck up now, it's over forever.
It's done.
I'm not taking your calls. I'm not letting you back in. Nothing.
Because addiction, let me tell, like addiction and mental health and mental illness are two things that are really, really, really fucking painful to live through when your partner's going through it. And you need to be real fucking ready for it. And it's not easy.
I'm fine. Shut up, bitch. I'm fine.
You got a lot better, but you goddamn weren't fine. I'm happy that I stuck with
on meth.
it.
Shut up, bitch.
Well, and see,
Your
that's
sister's
the
on the
thing.
meth.
So I've personally lived through both of those things. I personally lived through a partner with mental illness where things got really, really, really fucking bad. He's never hit me though.
Not yet.
Then I would leave. And a family member who is still also going through addiction, and no matter what road you choose, it's going to be really fucking hard. And you just have to know that. And this is kind of a decision that only you can make.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to give him one more shot, do it.
I don't think that's necessarily a mistake.
But after that, he is gone.
Yeah.
Gone forever.
Yeah.
And he can live on the cocaine and enjoy himself. Because cocaine's one hell of a drug.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug. Is he freebasing it? Jesus. I know people that used to do that.
Not a drug person.
Neither am I, but I've been around a lot of them.
Talk to Rich Voss in his short shorts.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
Gotta sell that ass to get those drugs.
Oh. Moving on.
Moving on.
Okay, all right. Me, a male who's 18, and my ex-girlfriend, a female who's 18, were together for 4 months and told me last week that she was lesbian and wanted to remain friends.
All right.
I told her I needed some time because I was devastated. But in the future, I was happy to remain friends. Yesterday, I found out she's in a relationship with my friend who's a male 19-year-old.
Oh, no.
Woo! And neither of them told me about it. Ooh, I'm conflicted. You're only telling me. I don't know if I still love her, hate her, or want to be friends. As for my friend that she's going out with, we already had an argument and ended our friendship. What should I do? Is she in the wrong? Should I stay friends with her? No! No, she's in the wrong!
Cut them both.
Boo!
The
Boo
fuck were
on
you
both
doing?
of them! They suck!
That's horrible.
Also, how much do you suck? That girl was like, hey, I don't want to be with you anymore. I'm gay. And then goes out with your friend.
With your friend. Yeah, no, that's fucked. You got to cut them both out. I wouldn't hang on to hate. I wouldn't hang on to the hate of her.
I would hang on the hate. A good month of hate. That's what I'd be like, you fucking bitch.
All right, a month. That's fine. But don't hang on to it.
You told me you were scissoring and you were with my friend. And he has a dick.
That he knows. Yeah, cut them both out. It's done. You don't want to be friends with her. She fucking lied to you about 2 things. About being a lesbian and about dating your friend. Fuck her.
How much do you suck, sir? Sorry to say that, but that's I know a bunch of girls who for some reason can't tell the truth. I always go back to college, Short Nicole. This one dude she was seeing,
Shout out Short Nicole.
It was just a couple of times, right? And she wasn't feeling it. Perfectly fine, understandable. Does she tell him this? No. She's afraid to tell him. Not because he's gonna be violent or hit her or anything crazy, just because she just doesn't want to have that interaction. Which is ridiculous because most guys are like, hey, you know what? Appreciate it. Thanks for telling me. And they move on.
Oh, 100% that's happened to me. Actually, a guy that I was dating before you.
What?
I went on a few dates with him and he was legitimately very sweet, but I just wasn't, I didn't want to fuck him. Like, that's really what it comes down to. I was like, you're very nice. I don't want to fuck you. So really, and I didn't tell him like that, but I just told him I wasn't interested and I didn't want to continue seeing him. And he was it's amazing how much must happen because he was so appreciative.
Yeah, no one does that.
He was like, thank you so much for telling me. And like, it was a whole thing. And I was like, yeah, of course. Like, we never kept in touch after that, which is fine. We shouldn't have.
Yeah,
but
why would you?
No, it doesn't make any sense. But but he really was. So I really think that men probably do this sometimes too. They ghost maybe instead of. But I think that it's just, in general, just the courtesy of it is to tell the other person, look, I'm not feeling it. I'm not interested. And that's fine.
Short Nicole, what did she do? Instead of telling the guy was like, oh, well, hey, what about this weekend? And she's like, oh, I can't this weekend. I'm actually working. Okay, right? Thinking, I prolonged it 1 week, you know? I'm good now, even though she's going to have to tell him over and over again why she can't.
Yeah, of course.
Well, guess what? Short Nicole wasn't working that weekend. Where did the guy go? He showed up at her work. Guess what? He went up there and was like, hey, where's Nicole? And they were like, oh, she ain't working this weekend.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, you know how fucked up that is? That dude went there and his heart just fucking dropped.
That sucks so much.
Of course. All you had to say was, hey, man, not feeling it. And she's like, well, what was I supposed to do? I was like, yo, just be honest. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't be like Nick Basile and be honest. I'm like, you telling the truth as being Nick Basile? What? You can't just tell the truth? Why is that a crazy thing?
The guy that I broke up with to start seeing you, I also told him to his face that I met someone else and I was seeing him, and he was sad but also incredibly nice about it. Like, it's always gone well. He told me, is there anything that I could have done? And I was like, I felt so horrible. I was like, no, I just met someone that I like really... Like, when I met Nick, there was kind of like an instant thing there. So it was like, you're like, oh, and obviously it worked out. So it was one of those things where it's like, I just...
Yeah, guys just want the honesty because
it's
girls lie and ghost,
really well.
and it's fucking horrible. There's no reason for it.
Yeah, I've never had a bad experience being honest. It's always been...
And I just hate that she got angry at me for being like, yo, you should just tell him the truth, and being like, that's crazy, you're crazy. And it's like, why am I crazy?
No, definitely always tell the truth.
Ugh. Oh boy. I have a creepy uncle-in-law who's obsessed and in love with me.
Oh, creepy uncle-in-law?
Yeah.
Doesn't make it better, but okay.
That's fine. Long story short, he's my aunt's wife. Wait, what? He's my aunt's wife? Does that make sense?
Aunt's wife something?
Or no, that's all she wrote.
Wife.
I have a creepy uncle-in-law, blah, blah. He's my aunt's wife. She fucked up.
Aunt's husband.
Yeah, I think that's what she meant.
Okay.
Yeah. Dumb bitch. Sorry.
Learn how to write, idiot.
Yeah. Aunt's wife. Okay. Husband. Damn it. That's been flirting with me since I was 13 years old.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a little too old, but okay. No. I'm 16 now. Perfect. I know a teacher who would love to tell you how well you dress.
Do you wear fishnets?
He made me feel super uncomfortable to where I reported him to my school's counselor. I had to deal with CPS over it, but nothing was done to fully stop the harassment. I'm telling you, you say something, nothing changes, which I always think, you should say something. And it's like people do, and then nothing happens. You just get in more trouble by your family, which I just hate that.
When I was a kid, I had a cousin who was molested by her brother, and they told me, and I was really little. I was like fucking really little. And it was the thing where they were like, don't tell anyone. Like, please don't tell anyone. And so I didn't because I was super little. I was so small. I was probably
fucked
like
up,
6.
Man. You're going to hell. It's fucked up,
Oh my
dude.
God. I was probably like 6, and I thought that I'd be betraying my cousins if I said anything. And then, of course, it got out. And this is how my cousin ended up in the fucking foster care system. Of course, I don't even know how anyone found out. I was too little to remember, but I just remember CPS and like the authorities or whatever sitting me down and asking me what happened. They're like, they told us that they told you, and I had to say what I said, and they gave me this whole lecture of like, you have to say something if anything happens, you have to tell an adult, but it was like this whole thing. It was like
I'm 6.
I know, I was fucking 6 years. I was so small.
My mom just died.
My mom had it was fucking awful. It was like a horrendous.
There's a doorknob.
Oh my.
That bitch was dead.
This is who I married.
In the ground, 6 feet under.
Well, no, we scattered her on a mountain.
God damn it, bitch was scattered everywhere. Wind took her away.
So anyway, it's one of those things though where like and I don't know which is worse, staying in the situation or going into the system, because the system wasn't any better for her at all. It was arguably worse. I don't even know. She got sexually abused there too. So I don't think that saying something doesn't ever, because she did get taken out of that situation.
Yeah, no, I'm saying.
And we got in a lot of trouble.
It's just usually fuck though. Like for some reason, it never really works out, which is horrible.
Well, there's just no winning either way, because they put you into a shitty system with shitty people usually. It's a fucking miracle if you end up in a good foster system with a good foster family.
It's like, I can't adopt a kid because of, them crazy year background checks and, paperwork, which is fine. Like, I understand that should happen, but I can just foster a kid, no problem. It's so weird.
That's what I don't understand. These horrible people foster more kids than they can even really take in just to get the money for each kid.
And I was just telling you on the news, there was some fucking story about how they were pimping out their foster kid who was like a teenager for sex and shit.
There was this girl in Hawaii, and this was a really big story. And she I can't remember if it was her foster. I think it was her foster family, or I can't remember if it was a regular family though. That they used to keep her in a doghouse in the yard, and like now she's permanently disfigured. Like she was so living in such filth that she had like part of her face got eaten away. Like, it was fucked. They finally rescued her and got her out of that situation, but it was...
People are evil.
People are fucking horrendous,
Let the machines take over. Let the AI take over, because we all suck.
Look, the humans also have a capacity to do tremendous good, but it's just so hard because there's so much shit.
There's more shit than good, I feel like. People would argue that and be like, well, no, you're looking at it. Nah, I've seen a lot of shit, you know? I think there's more shit.
Yeah, there might be more shit. It fucking sucks.
Yeah. Where was I? CPS, take it over. Nothing was done to stop the harassment.
Of course not.
He stopped talking to me for months until my aunt gave him my new phone number.
What the fuck is wrong with this girl's aunt?
Knowing everything he's done to me.
Oh my God.
Ever since he got it, he's been flirting with me. God damn it. He told me he had been in love with me since I was a child and was waiting until I got older. Well, I mean, that's not creepy.
No, not at all. Not weird at all. What the fuck, dude?
He's just very loving. We don't understand.
Oh.
I was disgusted at the fact that he's been obsessed with me since I was a kid. I told my aunt about it and she told me to block him because she feared he'd rape me. Wait a minute. No, hold on. Now the aunt is concerned. Hey, I gave him your phone number. Oh, he said what? Oh, you should block him because he might rape you.
Yeah, and then also, why the fuck isn't the aunt leaving the husband? If I was found out that you were a pedophile, I'd be out the fucking goddamn door in like a second.
Oh, damn it. Hold on, where's my phone? I gotta delete these texts to this 13-year-old I've been messaging.
Oh, God. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this aunt? Why is this man still in any of their lives?
That'd be great.
Shit family.
If you, on my phone, texting the 13-year-old, hey, so just block his number because he might rape you.
Yeah.
What?
I'm like, hey, little girl.
Then proceed to tell me how this man raped his own niece. Oh, so it happened. That's why she said that.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Woo. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
I blocked him, but he's been showing up to my job and housing, trying to give me food and money. See, he's just trying to do the right thing, though. You see, he's just trying to get food and money. There's nothing wrong here.
No.
I ended up quitting the job. I was working out with my aunts because it got too uncomfortable working while seeing him often. It's not stopping him from stopping by at my house. Nobody is doing anything to help me. So the parents aren't even doing anything great. And I'm scared of what the outcome would be this time after I reported him again. My aunt told me to not do anything, but that has been eating me up inside for months. Wow.
Holy shit. As soon as you're 18, get away from your whole family.
Oh, because moving is easy.
I swear to God, if we get into that argument again.
I agree, but if no one cares, because no one cares. This is the problem. The parents don't care.
No one gives a shit.
The aunt kind of cares, where she's like, block the number because he might rape you, but I'm still with him because,
and don't do anything.
Yeah, it's very odd. He also raped this other niece, but we don't talk about old shit. So.
Oh my God, this is a fucking mess. I don't even have good advice for this.
No, there's no advice. It's
get
fucked.
away.
The situation is fucked.
Just if you can, whenever you can. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that's really it. Good friends you can move into, just move away, never talk to anyone again, and start a life somewhere else.
Fuck your whole family.
Even though that's really hard to do and almost impossible, but this sounds horrible.
Holy shit.
I'm still confused by the aunt. It's so weird. Yeah, I gave him your number. Oh, he's gonna text you now. He said what? Oh yeah, you should block him. He's gonna rape you. What? It's crazy. Yeah, you're fucked, lady. I don't know what to say. This is a real heavy one right now.
My grandma's brother also molested his daughter, like with his friends and stuff. He ended up in prison.
Oh,
yeah, and
that's
she
good.
Now is a drug addict with a bunch of kids. Like,
yeah,
surprise, surprise.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's fucking horrible.
Ooh. Like, yeah, it's a weird one. It's
at least he ended up in jail, I guess. He's dead now.
Gotta keep that shit in the family. And we're gonna have sex with my sister. It's gonna be me. And it's like, wait a minute. There's so many people out there.
Yeah, he also had a centipede tattoo on his neck, so it tells you everything you know about that guy.
So he was super cool too.
Yeah, really cool dude. Yeah, everybody was like, oh, Mr. Dudley. Ugh.
Mr. Deadly?
No, Dudley was his name.
Dudley. Oh, Dudley. I was like, here comes Mr. Deadly. Why? Well, you see the centipede.
Isn't that a really cool nickname?
Like, yo, centipedes aren't deadly.
I'm Mr. Deadly.
Mr. Dudley. It was a dud.
He was a dud. Yeah, he's a piece of shit. What the fuck, man?
So yeah, you guys having fun still? Enjoying the show?
Because at least she has access to Reddit to try to get advice. I mean, fuck's sake. See, this is the shit that I wish government money was going towards. Like, but for real.
But you could say that, and listen, that'd be great, but the government sucks so bad, they'd still
They'd fuck it up. Well, foster care is government money.
Is
I know.
shit. The post office is shit. No, the post office is shit. Remember how that came out? As soon as Trump got in office, and I think he made a comment on how the post office ain't good, everyone's like, it's great. And it's like, wait a minute, we've been saying it's been shit forever.
Everyone knows the post office.
Why did we turn all of a sudden? What happened?
Because Trump said it.
The orange man bad. Post office good now. Okay, fine.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, just trying to get
Just don't know how to
like
solve
food
that.
stamps and all that stuff is just a nightmare, especially in the city. Like, oh my God, I went in to get food stamps years ago in New York, in Brooklyn, and my first experience, you wait outside in the cold for hours, you finally get in, and the first thing I see is some old woman being like, this is worse than the Holocaust. Because she was there.
That's horrible.
She was saying it was worse than being like stuck in like the chambers and the fucking concentration camps and shit. And like she meant that. And I'm like, wow.
Like she was that old for real.
Yeah, no, it was legit.
Wow.
But she wasn't just saying that like, oh, I'm just one of these white bitches being like, this is like, you know,
She was like a little old Jewish lady.
Yeah, she legit was like, this is worse than the concentration camps. And I was like, oh, wow, I can't wait for this day. Yeah, it's weird, man.
It's so funny because it's the exact opposite in Hawaii. But I think it's because in Hawaii, they legitimately know that fucking everyone is poor. I went in and got food stamps the same day. They never
how
took
long
it away.
did it take you?
20 minutes.
Yeah, see, 20. In the city, it takes the whole day and you still might not get it.
Yeah, no. In
It's
Hawaii,
like
they
it's like
just give
going
it
to a
out.
hospital in the city. It's like, oh, I show up in the ER. What's the wait time? 8 hours minimum, 24 hours you're looking at. And it's like, oh, well, fuck this then.
So if it's life-threatening, you just die?
Well, I mean, it's in order of, you know.
The most, like,
if you're
life-threatening.
gunshot, I guess they'll rush you in. But if there's multiple things like that, you're kind of fucked.
Jesus Christ.
But the other thing is a lot of people use the ER if you have no insurance, if you have like a cold. So like that's why it's so backed up.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
It's
so
supposed to be for
you'll
literally
see-
for emergencies.
And listen, I'm not trying to be racist, but this is what I saw. A lot of illegal immigrants would go there because they don't have insurance. They go to the ER depending on what they have. And then the line would be backed up to shit. You know, that's just what I saw when I went. I literally went one time because I had fucking some gross worm infection from eating street meat in the city when I worked in the city. And I went to the ER in Brooklyn. And when I walked in and I looked, and that's what it was. I'm like, oh, there's a bunch of people. I'm like, I went to the guard. I'm like, hey, man, honestly, what do you think the wait is? He's like, oh, right now it's like 16 hours. I was like, oh, 16 hours?
Holy shit.
I left and I drove to Jersey.
Yeah.
An hour. And I got to the hospital and they took me immediately for my bullshit worm disease thing I had.
Your worm disease?
My worms, yes.
Is that like you couldn't see a doctor for that? It had to be to the hospital? Was it that bad?
Because I was young and I didn't know what it was.
Oh, you were scared.
I was like,
you were
what the
what's
fuck?
wrong? Okay.
Yeah, like what? Whoa, hey, this is not normal. You know?
I see. Okay.
Yeah, and they took me immediately and it was not an issue.
Well, didn't you also say that when your grandma was dying, you fucking flipped a coin and took her to,
Yes.
took the shot and
yeah,
took her to
my
Jersey?
grandma
'Cause-
got thrown into a Brooklyn hospital and they made her worse than she was. She went in for pneumonia and they gave her a blood clot on top of that and made her more sick where she, I think, flatlined twice or 3
Jesus.
times. So eventually, months later, I actually got her out of there and she still wasn't doing well. And one day she couldn't breathe and she was like really losing it and she was on her way out. And in my head, I was like, I have a choice to make. I take her back to one of these Brooklyn hospitals, or I drive the hour to Jersey where I know they'll take her immediately and they're not going to fuck her over. And I said, I'm going to take you to Jersey. And she agreed, and I drove her as fast as I could and luckily made it. And as soon as I got in, I ran up to the counter. I said, my grandma, she's dying right now. She needs air. She can't breathe. And they took her immediately. And
Wow.
everything worked out.
Well, I mean, even when we went to that Jersey hospital, when you were coughing up blood,
Yeah.
because of he got COVID, which then turned into pneumonia because poor immune system over here. And he was, you know, Dr. Steve, bless him. I feel like I want to send Dr. Steve a basket. He's such a damn
That
gem.
was like a year ago.
I know, but I still feel like I've been thinking about it recently because he's such a damn gem. He basically told me, he's like, you need to tell him he has to go to the hospital right now. Because Nick kept trying to be like, no, I'll be fine.
Because I heard you could just, you know, it's like a week of hell or 2 weeks of hell depending on. I just didn't know that I had the pneumonia that was causing the problems. Like if it was just the COVID, I would have just gotten over it like everyone else. It was pneumonia that would really fuck me up that I didn't know I had. So I was trying to just wait it out and go, I'll just deal with this. And that's why.
Yeah, well, as soon as he started coughing up blood and told me that, Dr. Steve was like, no. You have to take him to the hospital. So I took him to the hospital, obviously, in New Jersey, and I think you were in what, 15, 20 minutes?
Yeah, it was immediate.
Like,
Yeah, immediate. If it was in the city, if you were in LA or New York, it would have been like, you know what, I'd just rather die.
You know what, that's not true. The UCLA hospital, we always had good experiences there.
Yes, but we went once.
That's true.
And it was also 3 a.m.
That's also true, but still.
Yeah, it also depends what hospital, but for the most part in the city, you're pretty screwed. It's just too many people. I mean, that's how it would work. It's
right,
just,
it's just an overabundance of people and not enough facilities and everything, doctors and everything.
Exactly.
Yeah. How did we get on this topic?
I don't know.
Government run stuff.
Yeah, government run stuff, no bueno.
I just don't know what to do about and you can't, and here's the thing too, I'd love to be the person that's like, no one's allowed to have kids until you tell them they can have kids, but you can't do that either. It's like this weird.
You know what? I almost want that. If you make adoption that hard, you should be able to have to go through the same process to have a kid. Okay, do you have a home with enough room? Check. Do you have enough money for food and everything else? Check. Are you not complete fucking assholes? We're gonna talk to all your friends and see your lifestyle. Check. I think that's fair. Because, like, for me and, like, other kids who grew up in some shit-ass fucking household with abusive parents, we would have been like, yes, they should have done that. You know? But, of course, we can't because it would be like, oh, this is, like, China and, you know, and other... Which I get, like, it's fucked up. But at the same time, I think we should. I
don't know. Maybe it's definitely at certain hospitals. Well, most hospitals, if they have reason to believe that the mom is on drugs and they drug test her and she tests positive, they take the kid on site.
Yeah,
that's how they almost offered me my cousin's kid.
Yeah, we got offer a kid.
We really did. Like, this was in LA when we were living in the first apartment we lived in together, and it was just a small, shitty apartment, no AC. Candles were melting sideways from the LA heat. It was so fucking hot in there. And I get a letter from this, I think it was the state of Hawaii, being like, so, you know, it's a lot better if these kids can go to family or someone. Let us know, like, basically, will you take this kid? And I was like, what?
Take care of ourselves at this point. I mean, Jesus.
Like, a bunch of debt. I work at a fucking restaurant.
Yeah, no. To get away from the sadness, let's look at some memes.
Oh, let's look at memes. Meme time.
And for the people listening, I'll try my best to explain it to you.
Well, some of these are easy.
Okay, this one.
I've seen this one.
This guy, Soa, posts on Facebook, I'm high as fuck right now. And then he comments on the same post, me too. And then realizes, LOL, oh shit, that was me.
He was really high. Oh shit, that me. I don't know why that makes me laugh so hard, but it does. And I can believe, like, I've seen people get so fucking high that I can believe that. Like, I've seen you sleep for 3 days.
Well, I mean, that was an overdose.
It was an overdose. Yeah. You had a little too many edibles, but yeah.
Okay, this one, we got, like, a little zoom in. It's small. It says, this unfortunate woman was found dead.
Oh.
In what is that?
On Parkland?
Parkland in Yorkshire, in England. She believed to have been pierced by... What does it say?
A shaft of frozen urine.
Yes.
Which had fallen from a leak in a toilet facility on an overhead plane.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, you kind of see it.
You can see it.
Yeah, it's crazy that...
That's an insane way to die.
Yeah, it sucks. If that's true, that sucks.
Holy shit.
That's like Joe Dirt, but way worse.
Way worse.
He ate off a piece of shit. This person died by urine. Frozen urine.
Frozen urine. That is fucking wild. Do planes really just let their piss and shit out?
I don't know. I think maybe. Well, this was by accident, so I don't know if they do it like over the sea, which is still not good.
No.
But yeah, so that one's fucked.
Jesus.
Let's look at the next one.
That's less funny.
All right. It says, little kids are so creepy. Example, I have a student who kisses me on the arm every day and whispers, there, now you'll live until tomorrow.
Okay, this kid has OCD.
And one day he didn't kiss me. And when he came to school the next morning, he looked genuinely surprised to see me alive.
This kid was straight up like, I want this bitch to die. She gave me too much homework. Fuck her. Little kids are creepy.
Yeah.
Little bastards.
Oh, this one's good. Solving gender problems. Ladies and gentlemen, we've solved sexism. And it's a dude in the jungle in some, tribe that has been real remote. And the white guy asked the tribesman, is there any difference between a man and a woman? Tribesman goes, they taste the same.
Oh, shit. I would have figured, on average, although now in this, in this day and age, probably not the same. Typically, women have more fat than men, right? Because they need childbearing hips and...
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. I've heard everyone's the same. Everyone's exactly the same. There's no differences.
I don't know where that narrative came from. It's really weird.
It's the truth. We must follow that. They'll take you. Shut up. What are you doing?
They'll take you. You can't acknowledge differences. I don't know. It's odd.
Oh, this one's good. This is the sibling. I barely touched you. And it's the first one is a huge handprint in the dude's chest. The next one is a cut on the hand. Another one shows broken bones. And then the other one is a pregnant woman and said sibling.
I swear we were just holding hands, Ma.
As I said before, if everyone can have sex with my sister, it's going to be me.
Oh, nasty.
Yeah. Keep that in the family, you know.
Ugh.
Okay. This meme. Let's see. School bans Valentine's Day after 6-year-old tells teacher he would plow her into next week.
Where the fuck did he learn that? What are his parents talking about in front of him? Holy shit.
She's like, why do I do this job? I get paid nothing. I've listened to these little shits.
Oh my God. When I was in high school, I thought briefly, because I loved English, and I obviously still do, I thought briefly about going to school to become an English teacher, and then thought about it for like very quickly and was like, I can't be around kids. It doesn't matter whether it's high school kids or little kids. Fuck all of them. That sounds horrible.
Yeah, it's miserable.
Yeah, no, I'm going to pass on that. Obviously I did.
Oh, this next one's a real good one. It's a thing of the 9/11 towers. The top's cut off for the people watching, so I'm going to read it to you. It says the gender reveal party for the Statue of Liberty. It was a girl, and it shows the tower is fucking blown up and shit from 9/11. And someone commented going, "Have some empathy. I lost my relative that day. Be ashamed of yourself for making a joke about this tragedy." And the person goes, "Sorry for your loss." And the commenter who wrote that goes, "Thank you for your kind words. He was the best pilot in the Middle East."
They had me, not gonna lie, they had me in the first half. I was not expecting that. Oh.
That's a dark one.
That's a dark one.
That's a dark one. This one's just an image.
I've seen this one
for the people watching.
Oh, God.
It's cheerleaders, and one cheerleader they threw up in the air, and then there's a black cheerleader and white cheerleader with faces of disdain and in horror because it looks like liquid diarrhea is coming out from the girl they tossed in the air.
Oh, no. What did she eat? That's so terrible.
That's nasty.
That's so gross.
You can only hope they just all drop her. Just, all on the ground, just shit all over her, paralyzed, going, "Oh, why didn't you catch me?" Bitch, you were shitting. Hey, don't touch your diarrhea ass.
What did she eat? That's when she went and she got a Crave case and she left it in her trunk. She went back to eat it.
I did that in high school and it was great. I fucking got White Castle on the weekend. Monday at school, I'm in lunchroom and I'm like, oh my God, wait a minute. I still have some White Castle in my trunk from yesterday. Fucking snuck out of school because you're not allowed to leave school, at all. Went to my car, got it out of the fucking trunk, and it was nice and warm because it was summer, so it was like, 90 degrees out, so it was fucking piping hot like I just ordered it. Came in to lunch, and everyone looked at me like I was a hero. Like, oh my God, how did he get White Castle?
I'm surprised that didn't give you worms.
No, it was good. Shit was good.
Oh.
Well, that's the show, everyone.
That's the show.
If you're watching, we actually have this up now on Spotify, Amazon Music, I think on Google Podcasts.
Yes.
Eventually iTunes. Apple's weird, so I don't know if that's ever going to happen. They take fucking forever. Fuck Apple. And everywhere else. We're pretty much everywhere now. If you want to listen to the audio version. I don't know why when you can watch us here.
Well,
but if you want to listen.
To listen while they're driving. Whatever.
Yeah, if you want to listen, you can. So thank you for watching. Next week, possibly, might be Jim Florentine. If he doesn't show, you will see my ugly face yet again. But hopefully he'll be here.
I think he will.
Yeah, no, he's coming next week. So yeah.
He agreed.
Why would I do this? This is stupid.
I know, he comes in on the show and he's like, why the fuck did I agree to do this? I'm like, thanks, Jim.
So so thank you. And
thanks, guys.
Share, support.
Like, subscribe. Ugh. Even if you just I know Nick hates when, but he also yells at me when I don't do this. So like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you want to comment, even if it's just for the algorithm, as Nick jerks off. Makes jerk off motions. Even if it's just for the algorithm, it does help the algorithm, I think. I don't know. Regardless, thank you so much for all of your support, you guys, and I see ya next week.
Bye.